Hello, good evening and welcome to Prime Business. I am Pius Kojobaka. This evening, Ghana's economy is expected to grow by more than 4.8% in 2025. That's according to IC Research in their paper titled Ghana's Q1 2025 Real GDP Growth, Green Shoots in Tight Soil. And this is against the backdrop of the solid growth momentum in first quarter of 2025, despite the fiscal restraints and given the much improved outlook for the rest of the year. More in this report.
According to the IC Research, it foresees overall growth in 2025 likely above the upper band forecast of 4.8%. However, it opts to stay the forecast on hold within a current range of 3.8% to 4.8%, as it awaits the extent of the fiscal drag on the second quarter of 2025 performance. The report said the Ghanaian economy exhibited early indications of a possible outperformance in 2025 as real gross domestic product growth defied the negative impact of fiscal restraint to post a better than expected outturn in first quarter of 2025. Overall GDP growth came in at 5.3% year-on-year compared to 4.9% recorded in the same period of 2024. Excluding the oil and gas sector, which shrunk during the period, non-oil real GDP growth expanded by an impressive 6.8% year-on-year in first quarter of 2025. IC Research said this reflected strong underlying momentum in the real economy and has significantly raised its optimism about Ghana's growth outlook for 2025, despite the downside risks from fiscal tightening.
Well, the World Bank is warning that the country may face food security challenges in the coming months, and it has also raised concerns about rising inflation and questioned the likelihood of achieving government single-digit inflation target anytime soon. George Yafe reports.
Officials and development partners gathered to showcase Atlantic Strategic Project, one of 20 initiatives approved with Ghana under the first call of the Interreg Mark program from 2021 to 2027. Spanish Ambassador Angel Losada, speaking to Joy Business, emphasized Ghana's strong showing in the program, noting it.
The concerns were captured in the June update of the World Bank Food Security Report. The bank was worried about Ghana's situation when it comes to food supplies. This because the country still depends on others in the West African region for supplies. However, looking at the fact that some of these countries are still having problems with food supplies as well as drought issues, Ghana could be hit badly going forward. The World Bank was highlighting these concerns despite the fact that recent gross domestic product showed that crop production has picked up strongly in the first 3 months of this year. But the bank was not sure about the impact of this when it comes to feeding every Ghanaian. The World Bank was worried about inflation, which is currently pegged at 18.4%, which the bank describes as still high, and whether the Bank of Ghana's single-digit target by early next year can indeed be achieved. However, the bank was quick to add that with global food prices dropping, that could help Ghana's economy going forward, as well as general price levels dropping, which could go a long way to help slow inflation levels in the coming months.
Economist at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, Professor Mohammed Yusuf, has called for sweeping reforms to Ghana's monetary policy framework, including granting operational independence to the Bank of Ghana. According to him, such reforms are essential to restoring macroeconomic stability and supporting long-term national development. Yarabna Akwe reports.
A standing ovation, a big round of applause. Help me welcome our eminent professor.
Delivering his professorial inaugural lecture, Prof. Yusuf examined Ghana's monetary policy history and its persistent structural weaknesses. The lecture, titled Monetary Policy in Ghana, Revisiting the Tobin's Model, traced the economic divergence between Ghana and peer countries like South Korea and Malaysia, nations that were at similar levels of development at independence but have since outpaced Ghana in growth and stability.
Ghana's per capita income, Professor Che, was about the same level as that of Mexico, South Korea, Malaysia, and Singapore. The GDP column, Ghana had 1,200, Mexico 3,300, South Korea 1,100, Malaysia 2,300. Professor Che, we were in the same category, same group Let's consider the rest of the countries, about Singapore, and then Japan, a few of the countries. Ghana is well ahead when it comes to debt. Same applies with external debt. Ghana is 50% of GDP. Despite all these debts, in 2024, it's 6.5%. It's $1 billion United States dollars. United States Arab Emirates, 100 billion. Saudi Arabia, 450 billion. South Korea, 400 billion. And you can consider them and where Ghana is. The country hailed as the Black Star of Africa with a hopeful economic future to be based on development of its natural and human resource endowment has failed to shine.
Prof. Yusuf partly blamed the situation on what he described as the Ministry of Finance's dominance over the central bank, which he argued undermines the BOG's independence. Among his proposals were a shift from inflation targeting to nominal GDP targeting, a review of the Fiscal Responsibility Act 2018 and the Bank of Ghana Act 2002, and greater investment in research and development. He also called for deeper collaboration between the BOG and academic institutions such as KNUST to support evidence-based policy making.
Bank of Ghana should collaborate with the university, KNUST, and others, and other relevant research institutions in Ghana and develop a creative program of research aimed at making monetary policy effective. The research should respond to pressing needs of BOG, the major determinants of growth, the transmission mechanism of monetary policy, the effectiveness of monetary policy instrument, uncertainty and economic growth in Ghana. We will then build economic resilience, improve price stability, interest rate stability, and exchange rate stability.
Prof. Yusuf underscored the importance of public-private partnerships for infrastructure development, responsible gold and cocoa production, and stronger support for small and medium enterprises, especially in the context of the Africa Continental Free Trade Area.
Away from that, the National Insurance Commission has revealed plans to set up Agricultural Insurance Fund to aid the introduction of tailor-made agri-insurance products. Acting Commissioner of the NIC, Dr. Abiba Zakaria, emphasized that developing solutions, especially in the area of agriculture, will be crucial to expand the country's economy. She spoke to Joy Business at the commissioning of the Ghana Insurance Association's new head office here in Accra.
Ghana's insurance sector has experienced remarkable growth in recent years. Data from the Bank of Ghana shows that the total value of investment assets increased by 22% to $10.5 billion in 2023. Despite these gains, the sector's contribution to the economy remains relatively low at 1%. Speaking at the commissioning of the Ghana Insurance Association's new headquarters, Insurance House in Accra, the Acting Commissioner of Insurance, Dr. Abiba Zakaria, hinted at plans to create an agricultural insurance fund to champion the introduction of tailored insurance products in the agricultural sector.
We are also investing in agricultural risk management through the establishment of the Agricultural Insurance Fund and plans to expand coverage across the entire agricultural value chain. Through these initiatives, the Commission aims to create a more accessible, inclusive, and responsive insurance ecosystem, aligned with our broader national developmental goals and the evolving needs of the Ghanaian population.
In his remarks, President of the Ghana Insurance Association and Managing Director of Ghana Re PLC, Seth Aklasi, hailed the project as a landmark achievement that will champion awareness creation.
At its core, Insurance House is a symbol of unity, resilience, and progress. It stands as a fiscal commitment to our ongoing work, especially through outreach, education, and real-life testimonials. We are demystifying insurance, simplifying coverage, and making it a meaningful part of everyday life in Ghana. We have introduced tools like CIMAP, Hotline, and USSD to resolve claims issues promptly, a vital step in building public trust.
The 3-story ultra-modern facility with a basement located in Kanda was designed and constructed by Spectra Global.
In the face of Ghana's persistent seed production challenges, one man is changing the narrative. Amos Rutherford Azino, founder of Legacy Crop Improvement Center, is pioneering a new era in hybrid seed production with cutting-edge facilities and bold innovation. From humble beginnings to building a state-of-the-art smart seed business center in the eastern regional capital of Koforidua, Amos's vision is reshaping the seed value chain not just in Ghana, but across West Africa. We tell the story of Legacy Crop Improvement.
In Ghana, one of the greatest challenges facing the agriculture sector isn't just poor rainfall or lack of fertilizer, it's the access to quality seeds and machinery needed to produce them. This has led to low local seed production, forcing the country to rely heavily on imported seeds. But in the quiet town of Otariso in the eastern region, one man is leading a bold movement to change that narrative.
My name is Amos Rutherford Azino. I am the CEO of Legacy Crop Improvement Center. Legacy is a seed business entity headquarters in Legacy Square, Otariso. Legacy is in the business of seed production, marketing, distribution to farmers in Ghana, Mali, Burkina Faso, and Togo.
In 2016, Amos Rutherford Azino took a leap of faith and ventured into seed production. Through his company, Legacy Crop Improvement Center, he pioneered hybrid maize foundation seed production in the private sector, a niche few dared to explore.
We are producing this seed because we realize that one of the deficits in our food value chain is availability and accessibility of high quality seed to farmers. At Legacy today, we have one of the finest maize variety, that the Economist Smart. We provide A biofortified that the farmers are planting in order to support their production. This variety is Economist resilient and able to manufacture on the mature on the right time for farmers to actually get a good harvest out of it.
Today, Legacy Crop Improvement Center doesn't just serve Ghana. Amos's reach has extended across the West African sub-region, fulfilling a growing demand for high-quality hybrid seeds.
Normally, you realize that other varieties are over 100 days, but if, for instance, you take our variety Legacy 26, which is a yellow maize, vitamin A enhanced, it's 85 days the farmer is harvesting that variety. So even if the rain falls short on the way, the farmer is going to guarantee of some harvest. For instance, last year when we have 8 weeks of erratic rainfall pattern in some part of the country, one of the varieties that the farmers actually depend on was Legacy 26 because of its short duration period.
Building on his success, Amos registered a subsidiary in 2019, focused solely on certified hybrid seed production. The goal: empower local farmers, reduce seed imports, and improve food security.
So for us, we want to make sure every farmer receives high quality seeds. And those seeds are climate smart, nutritionally enhanced, and also the delivery has to be on timely manner. For instance, if you're a farmer, you are listening to me in any part of Ghana, you don't need to come to Legacy to buy 1 kilo. Whatever you are, once you place in a call or you reach out to us, somebody will get back to you, and within 24 hours, you should be able to receive your seed. We believe that the timely delivery of our service and product to the farmers is the hallmark of our business, and that's also going to prepare the farmers to achieve whatever they are doing. This business is actually regulated by the Ministry of Food and Agriculture. They make sure that the law, we have a law that actually governs whatever we do. In terms of avoiding contamination, processing, all those things, there's a law that is actually governing these principles. So we work in hand with our friends in the ministry to make sure that we deliver the high quality service to these farmers.
Amos's mission has always been clear: to boost productivity from the seed up.
These are organic seeds. For lack of better word, let's say conventional breeding. These are not what normally they refer as genetically modified organisms. These days we are looking at a product that will enable farmers not to use a lot of chemicals. For instance, recently we heard of 4 armyworm, where the farmers had to spray a lot to cure that insect or the pest. Even a cowpea, which is one of the crops that insect like. We are trying to bring a new variety in the system that actually the farmers will not end up using a lot of chemical to control that. So by so doing, which is exposing them to health hazard through those chemicals, and also by extension exposing our environment also to those chemicals.
From a bold idea in 2016 to a national agricultural asset in 2025, Amos Rutherford Azunu is planting more than seeds. He's sowing a future of food security, farmer empowerment, and agricultural excellence. Next time on the Joy Business Van, we get more insight into how the seeds are produced and what next after 10 years of production.
We are looking for one drought tolerance and vitamin A maize. The weather will be more resistant and higher in terms of higher yield than what we have now. What we have now is a Lega 26, which is 8 tons per hectare. We want to get a better variety that is almost 12 or 15 tons, but a proper drought tolerant variety into that effect, and a variety that is resistant to insect, for instance, like a 4 armyworm disease.
As we gear up for the EcoBank Joy News Habitat Main Fair, both vendors and patrons at the just-ended mini-clinic have expressed excitement about the fair, from whopping discounts to the integration of AI and technology into home appliances. Well, the vendors say they are pleased with the turnout and engagement so far. More in this report.
This year's first mini-clinic of the EcoBank Joy News Habitat Fair featured a blend of technology and expert-driven solutions tailored to modern housing needs, from AI-powered appliances to smart security systems and energy-efficient innovations. Exhibitors are showcasing the latest trends in home ownership. Vendors say they are pleased with the turnout and engagement and look forward to the main exhibition at the Accra International Conference Center.
It's been very busy, more hectic, the experience too is very great and I love it. This just being the mini clinic and it's fantastic. Imagine the bigger one. We can't wait to go with you guys wherever. We've been with you guys for 5 years and it's been impressive. The journey has been so smooth, so good.
This is not our first time being with Joy FM Habitat Fair, and we are looking forward to join more, because trust me, we are getting our potential clients from people who always come around. We are looking forward for the big event, and which we know we are going to fetch or get more clients.
People always look out for our stand, because when we go to the main fair, we always mold things differently. We want to show how versatile our windows can be. We want to show how we can play with the pipes. We want to show how good our TNG is. So together we always bring some things that are catchy to the eye, and we are planning towards that. We look forward to a good main fair. As always,
we are in the AI age, and things are advancing a lot. So when we take, for instance, our smart home solutions, your home comes alive, because it's not just a home that you have to be controlling everything by yourself. You have to wake up, turn on a switch for light, turn on another switch for AC, TV. You can schedule your home for you to do all of this by yourself. Whether you are in the home or you are away, you can control all of this. We also do solar installations as well, so which can be integrated into the smart home solution. So even how your appliances use the power that is generated for you, all of this one can be controlled at the comfort from your phone, a tablet, or even with a voice command.
I don't think you would have to wait that you want to build before you come through. I think there's a lot to learn here. If you want to understand the technicalities of building, you have to come to the Habitat Fair, because there are a lot of solutions to give, especially at DPS Pipe. We offer piping solution. I quite remember yesterday we approached one lady and she didn't know how to go about her building projects. But after interaction, she was so happy. She picked our contact and decided to call anything.
We are giving a whopping 20% discount on all our products. So all the products I mentioned, we are giving you 20% discount. That's our way of giving back to society. You know, there's city appreciation, so we have to also reduce our prices for our customers. So I'm expecting a lot of people to pass through this weekend. I mean, today, tomorrow, and then the main fair as well at the conference center.
Patrons also expressed satisfaction with the variety on display, describing the fair as more than a marketplace, a helpful guide in building their dream homes.
I wanted to find out about the hidden cameras for nanny in my apartment, and also look at the bathroom accessories to see how the new models that are in town that can help us in the home. So basically that's why I came to check.
So far, has your expectations been met?
Oh yes, based on the discussion I had with the hidden camera team, I think I'll get something for my home so that I can use to monitor when I'm at work.
We live in our father's houses and we see the taps, the sinks and all that, but we came here and we are seeing a whole brand new taps and sinks and toilet seats, and it's amazing.
I'm a surveyor, so I was curious about the land size and the prices, and it looks like the dollar is a big deal because these are really very good plans. I think I'm just moving around, but I think it's engaging. People should come and have a look.
The main event promises even more opportunities to connect patrons with the right housing solutions.
When they're still watching Prime Business with me, Pius Kojo-Baka. Now, in a bid to reduce carbon emissions and drive meaningful environmental change, Johnny Walker and Guinness Ghana, through the Stepping Out of the Box campaign, will tomorrow plant 6,500 trees between 2025 and 2026. And this is to honor Guinness Ghana's 65th anniversary of restoring biodiversity, improving soil health, and strengthening climate resilience. Joining me in studio to talk more about this initiative is the Public Policy and Regulatory Affairs Manager for Guinness Ghana Breweries Limited, Ernest Osei-Poku, for more elaboration on this. Thank you so much, Ernest, for gracing our studios and for joining me on Prime Business.
Thank you.
First off, I just want to understand the importance of this tree planting thing with Johnny Walker.
So Guinness Ghana is a very environmentally aware company. Sustainability, environmental awareness is a part of our DNA, and it's something that we live through. We live the ideals through something called our Society 2030. And basically, to sum it up, it's about giving back to the environment. The communities in which we work, we want to give back and leave those communities in a better way than we found them. So there are several things that we do, water replenishment, but now we're talking about tree planting. And as we know, trees are the lungs of this earth, right?
Absolutely.
So we plant trees to commemorate our agenda, the 2030 agenda, and also to give back to the society and make sure that we are cleaning the environment as we...
And I'm pretty sure that there is a history behind this. Tell me about it.
There is a history. Like I said, it's woven into the DNA of the company. It's a global mandate that we have and that we take very seriously. 2 years ago, I think it was 2 years ago, we did something called Stepping Out of the Box, which meant that for the packaging for the Johnny Walker brand, we took the bottles out of the packaging, we repackaged them and got rid of the packaging. Simply because the box is made out of cardboard, the cardboard is made out of trees.
Absolutely.
So it was one of the things that we thought, look, if we do that, let's just get rid of that as giving back to the environment. But like I said, we've worked over the years with quite a few collaborators to plant trees and just make sure that we are being good environmental stewards going forward.
And how does this connect with Guinness Ghana's 65th anniversary?
Well, 65 is a big one, right? And our theme for 65 years is 65 years of boldness. So we felt that, we've already done a lot of work with the Forestry Commission and the Ministry of Environment, but we also felt that, look, let's step out of our comfort zone. Let's do something much bigger going forward. And then hopefully we build on that in the subsequent years to come.
And you intend to plant about 6,500 trees.
Yes.
What does it represent?
Well, okay, so 65 years, right? So planting 65 trees is not a big deal. 65 trees will fit in the studio, right? Yeah. And we thought, okay, so if it's not 65 trees, then what is it? Is it 650? 650 is still not big enough. So we thought, look, in the theme, And under the guise of growing big, boldness, we thought that, look, let's do 6,500 trees. Yes. So that forms the bedrock of what we want to do. And hopefully in future, maybe we can do 65,000 or 6.5 million or 650 million. But we are starting here because we felt it's a significant enough, big, bold step to show our commitment to the
And you intend connecting with the Forestry Commission and other allied institutions?
Absolutely. So we do this in partnership with the Forestry Commission, and they will be joining us tomorrow in Agomeda. We'll be planting these trees. We'll also have the Ministry of Environment come along with us to support us with this initiative. And we're hoping to really make a statement with this on our anniversary.
And talk to me about the theme for this celebration, Trees for Life. What does it mean?
So, Trees for Life is the Forestry Commission's theme for the year. And we felt that we could plug into that because we very much believe in that idea. So it just speaks to what we want to do and the collaboration we've had with them over the past few years. And we feel that it just really spoke to what we wanted to do. So we said, okay, Trees for Life, we believe in this, 6,500 trees. Let's go, let's get it done.
So at the long run, what is the expectation? What are you looking forward to after you've planted these trees? We want, as I said earlier, trees are the lungs of the earth, right? And we all know about the environmental degradation. We all know about what's going on in the environment. It is our way of giving back. It might be a small token, but we feel that it forms a foundation for greater things. So we are starting with 6,500. We've already done 2,000 trees in the Chippa Forest Reserve. We're expanding on that. And hopefully with the Forestry Commission, who will be helping us nurture the trees, giving us the right trees that interact with the environment in the right ways, it forms the basis of a brighter future where our environment is concerned. And which other forest reserves are you looking at aside the Chippa Forest Reserve? At the moment, that's where we've been working. But we have a team on the ground that's constantly looking for areas where we can collaborate. And we also work very close, because our factory is in Achimota, in Kasi and Kumasi, so we work locally there as well on smaller initiatives. And do you intend expanding to other regions as well? Absolutely, absolutely. It can't be stuck in one place, right? We see the devastation that's happening throughout the country. Trees is just one of the many things that we can do to improve the environment. So interestingly, this is coming at a time the country is seriously battling galamsey issues. How do you reconcile that? How does that affect your quest to plant more trees? Galamsey is a big issue. It's big beyond what people are talking about, because if you think about our products, right, 98% water. So if the water source is polluted, then it affects everything down that chain. So it's a big headache for not just us, but for the entire industry. And like I said, trees is just one way of giving back. We also do projects with other agencies where we do water replenishment, for instance, or make sure that water-stressed areas, we're digging boreholes and sending water into the communities. So it's a multi-pronged approach. Trees is one, water replenishment is another, recycling of plastics is another. So there are several things that we're doing, and hopefully all these things will come together to, give us a better environment. And Enes, I'm pretty sure you've tabled a lot of activities to mark this 65th anniversary celebration. Walk us through some of them. So tree planting is one of them, obviously. We just finished our 65th anniversary staff engagement. It was fantastic. We did it at La Palm. It was a fantastic engagement. We had some artists come and support us. But we will be announcing a few. More initiatives. Well, I want it to be a surprise, so we'll announce them as the months roll. All right. Thank you so much, Enes Poku, for your time speaking to me here on Prime Business. I truly appreciate it. And of course, great initiative for this bold thing you've taken upon yourself to do. Absolutely. We truly appreciate it. And of course, we shall be getting in touch as and when we need more. Thank you so much. All right. You're still watching Prime Business, and I've got to tell you this big story we have for you. All is set for the Joy Business Economic Forum to be held tomorrow, June 25, on the topic, Ghana at Risk, the economic fallout of distant conflict, tomorrow at 9 a.m. And of course, it's going to be on the Joy News channel. There you go on your screens. We have great speakers lined up for you as well. David Ofosu-Dotte, Senior Partner, AB and David Africa, Professor Godfred Popkin, economist and lecturer at the University of Ghana Business School, as well as Dr. Humphrey Enyimdake, the president of the Association of Ghana Industries, AGI, gracing our studios tomorrow for this great conversation we'll be having on the topic, Ghana at Risk, the economic fallout of distant conflicts. And the program will be live on Joy 99.7 FM on radio at 9 a.m., of course, on Joy News here as well. Do make a date and stay with us here on the Joy News channel for more on that. And that's our part company here on Prime Business. I am Pius Kojobaka. We've got to make